First off, rest in peace, neighborhood Nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith Over Fear.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
Oh man, let's try this again.
Yeah, I don't know. That was crazy.
Yeah, you know, it's all good, but I mean things happen. But we back at it, man. We're gonna get right to it. We said all we had to say about baseball so far, right?
Yeah, I think we did so far. Yeah.
All right, man. So let's move on to your Knicks. Oh man, they hire Mike Brown. Just go ahead. Just tell me how you feel.
Look, Mike Brown's a good coach, but I just don't know what the Knicks are really doing. Like they shouldn't you shouldn't fire a coach unless you have a real plan. I don't think they had a real plan because Mike Brown was not their first choice. Because if he was their first choice, he would have been hired immediately. Mm-hmm. They were trying to get coaches from other teams, which was weird to me. Assistant coaches from other teams, like, what are we doing? And they just can't turn down. What do you? Oh, here you can take our coach. Here you go, Nick. Here you go, James Dolan. Like, what are we doing here? Like, but again, it's the Knicks. Like, what do you expect? They had something good, and now I wouldn't be surprised if they go backwards again. Like, Tibbs is the best coach they had since Jeff Van Gundy. I think he's even better than Mike Woodson, a little bit better than Mike Woodson. Mike Woodson was a good coach here too, but I mean, the Knicks, you know how long it is for them to be consistently good, and then they just fire Tibbs after going to the Eastern Conference Finals? Like, no one expected them to beat the Celtics. I know Tatum was hurt, but he also played in the other games as well in the series.
Yeah.
So this was like the city was rejuvenated. Like, they was happy to have people going and climbing poles in the garden, like, you know, acting crazy. Like, they're happy. Like, they thought the Knicks were going to the finals. Now you fired Thibodeau. Like, who's gonna, like, you could say about, he doesn't play like the bench, but like when those guys came in the game against Indiana, against the Pacers, you see how they play sometimes? They're awful. Now I see why he doesn't play the guys. They suck. They can't play. So I was like, that's why you don't see these guys are awful. So imagine if you see them through the season. Now I know a Knicks fan's gonna say, why Tibbs keep putting these guys in they can't play? So it's you can't win. You can't win in this situation when you're in New York.
It's one of those things, like I said, me and AJ said the same thing. It was more so like, say, we get it. He doesn't play his bench. He like you say, wears his rotation down, you know, to the crystal. But at the end of the day, you should sometimes like you utilize who they are. Like you say, you know who Tibbs is. Go get him a bench. Like he didn't lose the team. Like the players were still playing for him. They were still, you know, a good team. Like you said, me and AJ had different thoughts of how the team was actually constructed and everything. But at the end of the day, they were a contending team. So you knew who Tibbs was, who Tibbs is, period. You go get him a bench and like you said, you save him from himself. It's one of those things. I know he's better than Darvin Ham. I get it. But at the end of the day, when Darvin Ham actually had good players, he looked like a better coach, right? Because he had actual way better players. I get it. Terrible analogy because Tibbs is way better than Darvin Ham. I get it. But at the end of the day, you're going to go get Mike Brown. Mike Brown is black. He is Black Tibbs. He's Black Tibbs, bro.
The only thing with Mike Brown, people probably say is that, at least he's been to the NBA Finals. And Tibbs never
with
been
LeBron.
There. Yeah, I know exactly.
Like we get it. Like I get it. Like we, you know, his thing. He has a ceiling, and his ceiling is pretty much the same exact what you're going to get with Tibbs. I'm sorry. Like I said, if you're going to fire Tibbs, somebody who got you to the Eastern Conference Finals, 2 years in a row?
No, this is the first time they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals since 2000.
So they lost last year to the Pacers before they got there.
In the second round in game 7. Mm-hmm.
But like y'all weren't even consistently in the playoffs before Tibbs got there. Like, so let's get that right. So
exactly.
So, like, say when you fire a Tibbs, the mission should be an upgrade, or to even say, okay, Tibbs is outdated. You need somebody young.
That's only two things you could think of. Yeah,
You don't go get Mike Brown. Like I'm not excited. But at the end of the day, the roster moves that they did, like I say, trying to solidify a bench, actually, like I say, going to get a Jordan Clarkson. You got the other guy from I'm losing his name, but he got from the Sixers. Like you're actually developing a bench, like you're getting depth, which all Tibbs needed. So now it's going to give the illusion that, oh man, Mike Brown doing better than Tibbs. No, he has a better roster. Like we get it. Like they're doing things differently for him that they didn't do for Tibbs. Like it's some more pieces that they can make and more moves that they can make, possibly. But at the end of the day, it's a wide open East. Like we can't keep saying that for everybody other team other than the Knicks. Like I get it. Knicks are a cursed franchise. I get it. But at the end of the day, the time is now. So
why didn't they do this for Tibbs? Why didn't they just try to do the bench? Now they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna make it seem like Mike Brown's a better coach. Why didn't they
tried.
do this?
They tried.
I mean, I know how the Knicks organization is. I won't be surprised if they take a step back. I don't care how weak the East is going to be next year. I won't be surprised if they're fighting for a playing spot.
I mean, think about it. The way they got Jordan Clarkson was just like he was gifted to him.
Gifted to them,
you know what I'm saying? So maybe last year they did call for Jordan Clarkson, and their price was a little too high. You know.
Yeah,
like certain things. Sometimes certain things have to fall in place for it to, for it to work. But they tried.
Right.
Like I said, campaign. You know, for him to be a backup point guard, he should have been okay. But once again, you get to New York, sometimes you forget to, you get to play basketball. Sometimes
you forget how to play. You forget how to play every sport when you come to the city. But you already know how this goes.
Yeah, so, it's certain things. Like
I just hope that doesn't happen to Jordan Clarkson. I'm not saying he's a superstar right there, but I just hope he doesn't forget how to play basketball here.
Nah, it's levels to the. He's gonna be okay. Like I said, he's gonna do his thing. Like I said, it's just I think now, like I said, with the depth that y'all do have at certain positions, like I said, maybe the roster can get constructed. Maybe the rotation can look a different way. Maybe Josh Hart can come back off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Some things
which I like him to do. That's a guy. He's an energizer bunny. He comes off he gets his points off energy baskets.
Yeah, like we know who he is. He's a great guy to have on every team.
Right, exactly.
But him playing starter minutes you may not get the value of a Josh Hart at that he can actually contribute because he's playing so long.
Right.
It's like I said, I've liked the offseason that they've made so far. The offseason looks like I said, the bench is way better. If the bench is way better, that means this starters is way better. So now the rotation, now you don't necessarily have to be forced to play a whole lot of Cat and Brunson lineups. Like I said, you can stagger their minutes and let Cat do his thing when Brunson's on the bench and vice versa. You can figure out how they can play together. It's things that, like I said, I'm not saying Tibbs was perfect. Tibbs has his flaws. I want to reiterate, who Tibbs is.
Right.
Now you save Tibbs from himself as a front office and don't just use him as a scapegoat. Like, we didn't beat Pacers up. All right, bro. I mean,
I think it was peer pressure. I think it was
Pacers
pressure.
really should be viewed differently because of course it was. It's New York.
New York was pressure. There was pressure to fire Tibbs. He doesn't play his bench. It was pressure to fire him. You don't fire somebody that
losing in a similar fashion because, like I said, once again, the year before when everybody got injured because of the minutes that you were playing, supposedly of the minutes that you were playing the players, and then you come out the next exact year and do the same exact thing. It's like, okay, you're not going to change. Mm-hmm. So we might have reached our crossroad with you. That is also fine, but you can sell it on a different way than they did. They just fired Tibbs like it was just Tibbs' fault. Tibbs was the worst thing ever, and we can do better. And then you come out with Mike Brown.
Mike Brown, I don't understand the move at all. Like Mike Brown, he's a good coach, but like you say, he's similar to Tibbs. Like either you go for some young guy coming up or someone better than Tibbs. That's it.
Or at the same time, Mike Malone was still sitting there right there for you. Like
he was. No one was interested.
I think Mike Malone. Like, do I think Mike Malone is the best coach? No, I think he's a product of Jokic, and he talked a little too much trash, and he's getting the karma that he deserves. But
it's karma, because he can't get a job.
Yeah, so but I do think that he's a better coach than Mike Brown. And I thought that. I mean, it was right there that you hired him because. But it is what it is. The Knicks. Shouts out to the Knicks, and I wish them nothing but the best.
They don't need it.
Now, let's move on to. I'm gonna just say your guy, LeBron James, and what's going on with him and the Lakers, and this sob story of that he's trying to portray now of how the front office or the organization is doing them. I'm intrigued to listen to your thoughts because I have plenty.
I was the guy. I mean, I still want to defend LeBron, but I used to defend him because I felt like he got unfair criticism, especially when he was on. He got so much. Even people can say, "Oh, it was a decision that made me not like LeBron anymore." LeBron was still getting a little bit of hate when he was on the Cavs. It wasn't shown heavily, but it was still there. So when people say, "Oh, I didn't like LeBron until he did the decision," that's when I stopped liking him. I don't believe that. But now LeBron is kind of doing this to himself. He's annoying people. He's annoying me. I never said that before about him. Like, just for one off season, do what Jokic does. Just not care. Just go away, far away. Just like why you have to just make everything about you? Before I defended it, because I'm like, all right, it's LeBron, and like he deserved to praise. A great player. What he's doing on the court is amazing. Both ends of the court. Involved in the focal point of every player. I get all that stuff, but now you just need to just relax. Like just take a vacation somewhere for the summer. You play 22 years in the league, and now you just bring in some of the criticism on yourself. Like I can't defend him anymore. Like, do you want to play for the Lakers or not? Now you're trying to bring a ring culture. Like I understand what he means. He's right, but I don't think he should be the one saying it. Right message, wrong guy saying it. The ring culture thing, he shouldn't come from, because if that's the case, you will just stay with the Cavs no matter how much. And you weren't getting any help. I agree. He wasn't getting no help. He was a Paul Skeens. You ain't getting no help, especially in the playoffs when Mo Williams forgets how to play basketball. Like he can't bring a ring culture and then go to the Heat and then team up with Wade and Bosh and say they're gonna win all these championships, which I didn't take literally because I know he was being sarcastic. You
can't bring a ring culture in that sense, right? And I know in that podcast setting, he was really just trying to defend other players. Other players,
yeah.
Right. But then in the same breath, you bring out a statement of he wants to compete for a championship.
Right.
Like, what are we doing here? If you really wanted to compete for a championship, you would not be a Laker right now. Let's be honest about this situation. The time to leave was last year. If you were really searching for another ring, and the problem I have with is like now you're pulling another PR stunt and you're trying to manipulate, your fan base, because your fan base is a huge fan base, and they gravitate to everything that you say, and they try to defend everything that you try to do. And it's like you technically really don't have to do this. Like I said, I get it. The business of when you get involved with LeBron. I do not have an issue with LeBron.
I don't either,
like LeBron. I just understand once you get involved with LeBron, you have to do certain things to acquiesce to what he wants. Now let's get it. Let's get to it. Now with the Lakers. Once he got to the Lakers, the whole purpose of him coming to the Lakers, because the Lakers had all this young talent and they just needed somebody to come, groom this young talent. And what does he do? Get rid of all the young talent and then go get Anthony Davis. Do you have an issue with that? No, because it brought you a championship. The pairing of him and Anthony Davis brought you a championship. I'm never going to complain about that because it worked.
It worked,
as you can see, some of these young players are just good role players. They haven't blossomed into who we thought they was going to be. All that was cool. But once again, now we have to. He's getting older. At this point, like you say, you were 35 when you first came to the Lakers,
and that's old for sports.
Now you 40 plus, 40, about to be 40 plus. They cannot do the same things that they were doing for you then. And that was and I think a lot of Bron fans, they get mad at me when I say in Rob I trust. Am I sitting here acting like Rob Pelinka is one of the best GMs in the league? Hell no. Rob has a lot of flaws. Rob possibly could just be bad. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I respect about Rob is like, okay, listen, I can't just do everything that you want us to do. And I'm
do
gonna
your
keep
job.
I'm gonna keep it small. I'm gonna keep it simple. When, of course, we understand that the Russell Westbrook thing was a bad idea.
It's a disaster.
It ruined the franchise. But that was a decision that Bron wanted. They had another trade before that. If people remember, they had a trade before that. They rescinded that. They stopped that trade to go change it to go get Westbrook because he wanted to go get Westbrook. Then when he realized Westbrook wasn't working, then all of a sudden he wanted to abort mission. You just can't abort the mission like that.
You know why I think why he does this? He's mad because when he was on the Cavs, nobody did nothing for him. So now he's using the opportunity to be GM because when he was on the Cavs, I stayed here 7 years. They never brought me anybody. I stayed quiet. Yeah. So now he's doing that, abusing it with other friends. He tried it with Pat Riley, and he and Pat Riley like, nah, we don't do that here.
He did it. He did it with Pat Riley. Like I said, Pat did everything that he wanted till it was time.
Till it was time.
We ran our course, bro. He was like, hey, listen, either you're gonna get down or lay down. And Pat is Pat. You know
exactly.
You can't just pump Pat like you do everybody else. Like I say, when he went back to Cleveland, Cleveland did everything that he wanted.
He held them hostage.
Exactly. And rightfully so.
Rightfully so, yeah.
Not mad. And what did he do? He kept getting back to the finals. He even got a championship out of the way. And like you said, once again, now you got him with the Lakers, bro. Like, cool. But once you make this Westbrook decision and this Westbrook decision did not work, the move that you have to make after this is the only thing that can salvage the franchise going forward. And that's when I regained my respect for Rob, when he just said, I cannot do everything that you want us to do. Because at that same time, the only asset that they had was another first round pick that they could have. He wanted to trade that first round pick for John Wall. He wanted to trade Westbrook for John Wall again. It's like, okay, listen, at this point, I cannot listen to you anymore. We know what you need. We know the things that you need. We have to do the thing that's best for the Lakers. And that's the problem that I have with him, not necessarily him, because he's going out there, he's balling. I have a problem with his fans because now you have regular Laker fans are delusional.
Yeah.
You couple that with Bron fans, that's a Super Bowl of delusion.
And I hate arguing against other LeBron fans trying to keep it logic, like trying to be real. Like they're even annoying me. Some of them. And I used to defend him like crazy because I felt like he had no help in Cleveland the first time around. I'm like, they're not doing nothing for this guy. Like I didn't mind him going to Miami because they didn't doing nothing. But now it's just he's abusing it.
He did a lot. Like I said, that him leaving, like I said, maybe you can have a issue with the decision. Cool, blah blah blah. But him leaving was the right decision.
Like, yeah, he couldn't stay there. Once they couldn't get Amari Stoudemire at the end of the last year of his contract, and it never happened. And then for JJ Hickson, are you kidding me? Nah, I'm leaving too. And he was a free agent on his contract. He never requested a trade. Nothing. Kept his mouth shut.
And this is the part that pissed me off before we got on. We got this quote. LeBron James reportedly felt the Lakers didn't fully value everything he had done while shifting focus to Luka. Bro, are you what?
Yeah. LeBron's spoiled.
Do you realize Bronny James is on the team?
Look, I don't hate Bronny or nothing, but I mean they did that before LeBron. Let's be honest. They did that because of him. If LeBron was on a team, Bronny would not be a Laker. I don't care what anyone says.
And I'm not saying that to this, because actually, if you pay attention to Summer League, to Bronny has his development is on the trajectory.
I don't hate Bronny either. It's
definitely positive. Like I said, I'm not saying nothing bad about Bronny, but like, don't sit there and act like they ain't been doing nothing for you.
Yeah, that's delusional. Right?
Bro, you are 40.
Yeah.
Look, bro, and you are getting injured like more at a rapid pace with the Lakers. You've been injured more with the Lakers than you've been injured with anybody else.
In your entire
Because
career.
you're old. Because you're older, bro.
Yeah, you're old. Yeah.
Bro, this is Luka. I'm not, but this ain't like, bro, this ain't Anthony Davis.
He wants to build a team around him.
This is Luka.
Yeah.
It makes perfect. You would do this. Like, matter of fact, you took a step back and played. You acquiesced to how Luka plays basketball. So don't sit there and act like this is foreign, like this is stupid, like this is like you just caught off guard. What you're trying to do is manipulate the people. Stop it.
The Lakers got I love LeBron, but they gotta move on from him.
No, they don't.
I think they need to move because this is gonna be a headache. You're gonna deal with this all the time.
This is what you signed up for. It's a headache regardless. It's been a headache.
They gotta move on from him. I never thought I would say that.
You can. That's fine. I mean, that's fine, but there's no trade pieces. First off, he has a no trade clause. He's going to control wherever he goes. That's one. So in that case, the trade package already lessens. It's a lose-lose for everybody. You're not going to get the assets that you think you're going to get for LeBron James. You're not even going to get the Kevin Durant package. You know what I'm saying? You're not, because he's not going to allow it. So in that case, you shut up and complain all you want. You can do all this that you want to do, but when it's time to come play basketball, come on, play basketball, and we can do what we gotta do.
That John Wall thing got to me when you say you wanted to trade for John Wall. That would have been done for me. Like, what are we doing here? Like, him and John Wall, can they play together?
It had nothing to matter. Listen, it didn't have nothing to do with John Wall. It was just the fact that you were just trying to get off. You were trying to get rid of Westbrook.
Yeah.
And teams knew that you were trying to get rid of Westbrook, and they had you hostage.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you want Westbrook? You want to get rid of Westbrook? Oh yeah, we'll take Westbrook, but give us that first round pick that you only have that's trade eligible. You know what I'm saying? And you went on a whole hissy fit and wanted them to do that, and Rob told you no.
Right.
And that was the right decision of telling you no.
It's true.
Like I said, when you get into Bron business, you have to either fully commit.
Exactly.
Which they've done. Every offseason, they've got him whatever he wanted to the point, every point reasonably. Like, right. Did they trade for Kyrie? No. Could they sign Kyrie? They didn't have the cap space to sign Kyrie.
They did, yeah.
Kyrie signed for way more than what people really thought he was going to get. So at the end of the day, you can get mad at, they didn't bring Kyrie to LA. If they couldn't get it, they couldn't do it. And at the same time, the trade package that they wanted for Kyrie was insane because he held you hostage yet again. Like, they understand it, so you have to look at it from a holistic, like, not even, you have to look at it objectively on both sides. Like, I get it. He brought us a championship. That is fine. But at the end of the day, bro, this is the Lakers.
Right.
They have a legacy before. They're gonna have a legacy without you. Like, this is like, I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry, bro. Like, they lucked up and got Luka, bro. They have to actually now change their focus and do everything they possibly can do for Luka before they lose Luka.
Right.
You about to leave in a little bit. Your wife already said she's ready for you to retire.
Yeah, I think 2 years more for LeBron, and that's it.
Okay.
His career, like, yeah, NBA wise, I think 2 years, and I don't think he's playing longer than that. I think he's gonna be done because he's not winning a championship next season.
If he wanted to win the championship, like I said, he could have left last year. He could have left last year, manipulated whatever he had to do last year. It was more teams that had cap space, and more teams that was willing to do it. If he wanted to go to a team this year, like I said, he could have him opting into his contract and then trying to request a trade is not going to get him the championship that he think is going to do. If he really wanted to go and get a championship, he could have just left and been a regular free agent, and they would have figured it out. But he doesn't. Like I said, he's not leaving.
The whole point of him going to LA, he said he wanted to Hollywood do movies and play with Bronny. So you're gonna leave Bronny to go to back to Cleveland?
He could have just went to Cleveland if he wanted to go to Cleveland. But now you had to trade Darius Garland, Jared Allen, and some things like that's not going to be the Cleveland that you think you're going to. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So all this is just something to talk about. And like you just said, like he should just went on vacation.
He should have went on vacation. It's time. He needs to do that, but he can't. He has to stay in the news.
Hey, do you do? Hey, I'm gonna call you out when I need to.
Do what Jokic does. Just go far away.
All right, man, I want to get up out of here. I wanted to save this for last before we get up out of here, man. It's the KD quote, man. And KD was on the Mind the Game podcast with LeBron James and Steve Nash, and they had some things to say. In this particular part, he took a slight jab at Jordan for leaving, retiring. He didn't try to make it seem like it was a jab because he tried to clean it up on Twitter and all that. But at the end of the day, if you've seen the clip, at the end of the day, it was specifically a jab because you were bigging up Bron because you're on this podcast. Like we not gonna play dumb like with this part, Like, but
everybody bigs up LeBron when they're on the podcast. When LeBron is there, it's like they're afraid to just not say nothing to get his feelings hurt. I
mean, you're on the person's podcast, like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to show love. Like, that's right. I went to your podcast for a reason. I'm going to show love. What think he supposed to just say he hate LeBron? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying I'm say hate LeBron.
to his face, like he was sitting right there. Like we're showing love,
right.
And once again, their podcast is Mind the Game. They're supposed to be taking a expert level of the game. They're supposed to be talking on a whole different level. So of course they're going to be showing like they're going to be showing love. I don't know what anybody expected or what they thought was going to happen, but yeah, I'm going to big up my man's that's sitting right here and show him look the same way that Bron did. He was like, oh, KD's one of the best scorers we've ever seen. He's so efficient, and like you said, of course, sending jabs of other people that's not efficient. Like we get it, like we get it. Yeah, say they're bigger, stronger, faster today. KD and Bron, how many 82 game seasons have y'all played in y'all career? That's one of the Twitter people said.
Yeah.
And KD responded, the game's faster nowadays, more running, more stress on your ligaments. It's called evolution. The fans of the NBA have yet to grasp that concept. Now, that's why I want to specifically talk about that part. The game is faster nowadays, more running, more stress on your ligaments. It's called evolution. The fans of the NBA have yet to grasp that concept. Now, we've had a whole slew of Achilles injuries. And Achilles injuries used to be the death sentence to athletes when they got their injury. We had a whole lot of injuries, and that has been brought up because of the style of play. The more running gun, the more running, the more running, the more pace of play.
Right.
It has seemed to put more wear and tear on those injuries. And when he said the fans of the NBA have yet to grasp that concept, that's the part that stuck out to me. I'm like, does he have a point? And can we expound on what he actually means right here?
See, no one's going to really say, if coming from him, and maybe if somebody else said it, they're not going to say he has a point because they know, because always saying KD always respond to his critics on Twitter. Every time he says something, he has his feelings hurt. But he probably does have, he'll know more than us. He plays professional basketball, especially in this era, so he'll know. So he probably does have a point. The game, I do agree, the game is faster. It's more running. Players are more athletic than they were 40 years ago, 30 years ago. So
right. 10 years ago.
10 years, 10 years ago.
The pace of the game is faster than 10 years ago.
Yeah,
we can say that.
Yeah, because back in even 10 years ago, it wasn't real running up and down, a lot of running up and down. Definitely not in the 90s. That was more of a smash mouth, back to your basket, half court type of basketball. This is more athleticism. You got guys who are like KD's height, like 6 foot, like almost 7 feet, with handle and can jump out the gym, moving around, lateral quickness and everything, whatever. So he does. I think he does have a point. But again, it's KD saying it, so they're not going to take him seriously. But the game has evolved. It definitely has. So I agree with him.
But it's also a way to they have to figure out something differently. Like you said, I get it. Just because y'all shooting more threes and running and the pace is more rapid doesn't mean that the quality of basketball is getting better. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you say, two things can be true. We do need to evolve, and we need to grasp the concept that things is different. Like I said, of course, like you said, you may want to talk to your pops about basketball. He bring up, man. Right. He bring up the 90s, man. The 90s was his time, And I'm to the point too. I'm still, like I said, I'm be 38 next month. But the 2000 era to me is still the best basketball era that we've had. Now, mind you, that's the era I grew up in. Ooh, of course I would think it's the best, right? But at the end of the day, it had the best of both worlds. They had the athleticism of today's star, but they also had the toughness of the 90s. Yeah, so
it was a mixture of both. I agree.
It wasn't jail basketball that we've seen from the Bad Boy Pistons.
Pistons. Yeah.
And it also wasn't seeing 36 threes by the Bulls and they missed half of them. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen the most missed three. Like we have a good blend. We have a good blend of basketball, like you said.
Yeah.
And I hate Steve Nash, but having him on there to have the grasp of that concept, because his best basketball was a part of the D'Antoni system, and that pace of play, you know what I'm saying, style was totally different. But it was totally different back then.
Yeah.
Now everybody's playing that pace of that style of play.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is you are your skill set. Everybody's not equipped to play that way.
Yeah, they're not.
So do the fans need to evolve and understand that things have changed? Yes, but these players also need to understand that don't make it better.
It doesn't. Nobody wants to see you jack up. I think the Celtics, it was a game where they shot like, what was it, 60-something? It was ridiculous, the amount of threes that they shot. Nobody wants to watch that.
And they was missing.
Like, and they were missing. They weren't making. They were missing. I think you know the game I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I forgot that Bulls game, but it was twice this year. I think it might have been the Bulls and the Pelicans when they had the most missed threes in the game. Like, first off, y'all ain't got nobody on the roster that need to be shooting this many threes anyway. Right. Neither one of y'all rosters. So the fact that y'all had the most missed, I ain't surprised, but y'all should have been doing it anyway. That's one of the things that we shouldn't be seeing in the game. Like you say, it's a common blend. I'm not gonna keep you here all day because we've been here a long time, but it was
take the three when it's open.
You take the smart shot, bro. Like
the smart shot, yeah. Take the smart shot. Take the high percentage shot. It's basketball. Basketball 101. Basketball 101. That's it.
You put the ball in the basket.
No matter how it happens.
They try to tell
it doesn't have to be. It have to be a certain way. I always say analytics. Analytics say, take this three.
This is a better opportunity because we'll have more opportunities.
Analytics is ruining sports
completely, man. But I want to appreciate your time, my brother, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Again. Like I said, we're gonna do this again. The NFL season is definitely going to happen. It's happening real soon. We getting training camp real soon. We getting
less than 2 weeks.
We getting a Hall of Fame game at the end of the month, man. So
which is weird, by the way. Usually it's in August.
Yeah, but I mean, it's July 31st, man.
Yeah, that's
can't play about everything. I get it, man. We'll have you back on home soon, man. You had the whole gang be here with you, not just me.
Cool. I appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Enjoy your time.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
All right.